We have a whole new series of quests revolving around photography. Each one of the quests has a specific subject matter. This would fall under textures. And the whole idea is to begin capturing imagery that you don't ordinarily notice. We miss some of the most beautiful things while we're looking for something else. This particular picture is of a wall in the California Academy of Sciences in Golden Gate Park in San Francisco. It's a beautiful facility featuring just marvelous exhibits, but all of the interior walls are this concrete which has been intentionally left with these voids. These are air bubbles in the concrete, and then the concrete is polished and then modeled like this. And I think they laid down water or acid or something before they tilted these walls up. It's gloriously beautiful. And I was probably the only person there taking pictures of the wall when everybody else is looking at the exhibits. Doesn't mean I ignored the exhibits. But let's jump back over here to the quest. And each of these quests starts out with photo, a colon, and then a quantity, and then the subject matter. And what you are to do is compose your photograph, make it in focus, and upload it to a Google Photos album named whatever. If this were a pattern quest in collecting 25 photographs of patterns, well, you'd make an album named Patterns. For textures, it's textures. You got it? So pretty simple. I would go click on Google Photos. I'll take you over here to my account, and I haven't uploaded anything since that trip to the California Academy of Sciences. But I would click on it, new albums, and make a new one called Textures and a new one called Patterns and a new one, for each of the quests, I would make those albums so they'd be pre-made. And then when you want to add to your album, I'll just go to an existing album right here. And this is East Sierra Textures. This is on a different vacation, taking pictures of all this cool stuff. And if I want to add to this, say I took 11 texture pictures I've got uploaded. I gathered some more. Well, I can click this button to add to my own album. And then this share button, you go ahead and click that and get a shareable link. Let anyone with the link view it. Not, don't limit it to GUHSD. Limit it to pick up anyone with the link can view it, and then people can say, hey, I'd really like to use that. Let it come into focus. Come on, Google. There we go. And now this is something I can use. I can click and drag and drop it on Photoshop. So you got that, and then you have a whole series of albums here. Each one, you get that shareable link that I showed you how to create, and then down here, link to your texture album or your pattern album or whatever the quest is. This word will change. The idea that you're submitting a URL to that specific album, not to your Google Photos homepage, to the actual album, like I linked you to that East Sierra Textures. I shared that with you already. You got it? So you do that for each of these quests, and always be aware of what's around you. And your friends are going to say, why are you taking a picture of that dirty window? Because it's beautiful. It's ugly, it's dirty, it should be washed. You see the beauty no one else does. That's your new superpower.